So I've been standing out here for about 10 minutes or so, just baking in the sun, waiting for that opening shot of a northbound train rolling into Rosedale Station here, but it doesn't seem to be coming in. I have no idea what's going on with the TTC. It is being as reliable as it always is, but I think I'm about ready to give up. Of course, as soon as I pull the camera away, we'll have a train pulling in. But anywho, sorry about that. Today is Thursday, July 20th. It is 3:13 p.m. and it's about 26 degrees Celsius. I'm here right in front of Rosedale Station, and had I have had just a little bit more patience, we would have got the shot. Oh well, we can take in a southbound train here at least. So sometimes I camp out at the start of these videos, just waiting for that opening shot. It's just about the only thing, quote unquote, cinematic I ever do. And there's a look to the south towards downtown, but for this one, I'll be turning right at Yonge Street here and meandering my way around the affluent Summerhill neighborhood. So this one will be a mix of Yonge Street and some residential streets. And I need to make a left just up here. And since for some reason there's no crossing on the north side of this intersection, I'll have to head south. And that is Ramsden Park, just across the street. I think I last did a walk around Summerhill about 2 years ago, so it's about time I revisited it. Hopefully I remembered to edit that sneeze out. So I'm going to cross over to the west side of Yonge Street here. I have covered this stretch of Yonge several times since then. And this is north up the west side of Yonge Street on a sunny and hot Thursday afternoon. And this area features a number of lovely tree-lined streets like this. Although I don't think there's too many pianos or church benches outside. The population of Summerhill is pretty low, considering all the area it covers. I think it's a little over 6,000 people. And you'll notice over the years, Yonge Street has developed quite the high-rise corridor. But once you get into that Rosedale Summerhill area, just north of Bloor Street, a lot of the high-rises sort of cease, and they don't really pick up again until you're well into Midtown. This area has a lot of old money and low density residential homes. Despite being smack on the city's busiest and arguably most important subway line. But what I'll do is I'll turn left at Roxborough here. And there's plans for a 12-story building going into this lot. No doubt if this were further south or further north, it would be a lot taller than that. So this is west on the north side of Roxborough. Directly into the sun, but there's a nice canopy of trees here providing shade. And there are a lot of gorgeous old homes here. I'll be going by one of these later. It is currently listed, I think, for a little under $10 million. I think most of these homes go between 3 to 5 million. These are just some stunning properties. Maybe we'll spot a for sale sign or two. A poster for someone encouraging you to organize and downsize. Some of their landscaping bills must be pretty big. Most of these homes are around 100 years old. And Summerhill, the neighborhood, is bounded by Davenport Road and Ramsden Park to the south, which is off to my left. And to the west by Avenue Road, which is straight ahead at the end of Roxborough here. To the north, just a few blocks south of St. Clair, and to the east for the southern part by Yonge Street, and then it kind of bends up and goes over towards the Yellow Creek as you go north. You can just pop into Google Maps and type in Summerhill, and it'll just draw an outline of the neighborhood. I'm gonna turn right here. That school bus rumbles down the street. A street called Molson Street. And this will take us up to what I think is one of the nicest residential streets, Macpherson. And I'll head back over to Yonge. And I'll head north and we will detour around some more residential streets. If you're wondering where their driveways are, there's these laneways that split the backyards of parallel streets. And I mentioned the population here is around 6,000 in this part of the city, but the median age is a bit on the old side. I think it was 48 and a half.
Practically.
And in the fall, this street in particular is quite spectacular as all these leaves start changing colors. Still not seeing any for sale signs. There you can see the maximum speed limit is 30, and they do have these speed humps. There's a fair number of homes undergoing renovations. That one's been completely gutted. So I would imagine, despite being right on the subway line, the majority of these households still utilize their car daily. In fact, this was one of the communities that was most vocal about not supporting the bike lanes that went in along the midtown stretch of Yonge Street. Not to say that everyone here is a selfish NIMBY, but there's definitely a high percentage of them. There's a cute little juice cafe. And it is back to Yonge Street. And just up on the right, that clock tower is part of the old, iconic North Toronto train station. which now houses a liquor store, the flagship LCBO. And just north of there is the Summerhill subway stop. There's Tironi. They've got a pretty good rooftop patio. And there's a big development going in just behind that building. And this street is Marlborough, and there it says no exit, no access to Avenue Road, although it's not entirely true if you're a pedestrian, although I guess it does say pedestrians accepted. Must be a rather fancy high-end restaurant. I think that indicates there's probably a patio in the back. The Rosedale Diner. I've been meaning to go there. I just haven't got around to it. Most of their entrees are under 35 bucks, except for those steak frites. I'll be looping around and ending this video on that side of the street. And there's an excellent little cafe just to the north of here called Boxcar Social. But we'll be circumventing that based on the route I have in mind, and I'm planning on turning left here. And we'll check out some more of the residential streets. This is Birch Avenue. And there's a plan for a 15-story building to go in on this corner. Again, if that were downtown, that would easily be 40 or 50 stories. And I think NIMBY pressures keep it low. Wolftown. That's probably part of the proposed development. I found some condo units here at 36 Birch Avenue that were 2+1 bedroom. I guess that's 2 bedrooms and a den. With 3 bathrooms, and they're going for around $4 million for 2,800 square feet. I have no idea what their condo fees would be, but they must be astronomical. I think this is the building right here on the right. Well, 2,800 square feet is quite a lot for a condo, but so is $4 million bucks. And you gotta pay maintenance fees and taxes. These homes are really cute. Those homes right there would be right at home in Cabbagetown. Those must go back to the late 1800s. There's a park and school just to the left here. Lionel, Conacher Park. Conacher Park? So I should be able to cut up to the next street that runs parallel to here, just up here to the right. It's a wading pool, but that is a rather stunning home. That's really cool as well. The garage underneath. It says George Herxeg Walkway. Let's take it. Some backyard access for these people. And a lot of these streets don't connect north and south to one another. That's why they kind of have this quiet, isolated feel to them. And part of that's by design, just to prevent through traffic. KeepTorontoMoving.ca. If I were to guess, that's a NIMBY anti-cycling sign. The idiots opposed to bike lanes have this idea that the streets are really congested because of them, when the average commute is only increased by about a minute or so along Yonge Street. Yet the average number of cyclists have gone up tenfold. And EMS and emergency services have reported no additional increase in time to respond. So really, to live in the center of a city near a subway line that's undergoing a affordability and housing crisis, and to be opposed to micromobility like bicycles, is pretty asinine and selfish. And if these people had any brains, they would know that bike lanes takes cars off the road, which is ultimately good for them if they wish to keep driving. I'm not just making this up. You can look it up for yourself. There are countless studies and stats online that show the benefits of bike lanes. But heaven forbid you spend an extra minute driving down Yonge Street. Again, I'm sure there's a lot of people in this area that are grateful that those bike lanes have gone in and utilized them. I don't mean to vilify everyone, but if you're displaying a sign like that in your front lawn, you're kind of calling attention to yourself. Let me look that up here. Keep Toronto moving. Well, I typed that in a link to their Twitter site. Go to our website and sign the petition to remove bike lanes from Toronto's arterial roadways. Far more gets accomplished when you remove cars from those roadways. Like less people dying, less pollution. Selfish NIMBY mindset right there. And here you get a fantastic view looking south.
That being said, my place looks like a back door.
And here are those highly controversial bike lanes, which thankfully City Council voted to be permanent earlier this year. All right, this is Walker Avenue. I walked around the east side of Yonge Street in that prior video I did through Summerhill around this area. But recently, one of the parks you need to circumvent that area has been under construction and closed down. And this coming up is Woodlawn. Popular Chinese diner. And this is where that very expensive house I saw listed is supposed to be. See, I wrote it down here on my phone somewhere. It almost looks like an old church. In fact, it probably was a church loft conversion. That is 88 Woodlawn. It's a 5+1 bedroom, 5 bath. They list it as 3,500 to 5,000 square feet. That's quite the difference. And it's listed for $9 million. And we're all the way, or we're only at 26. I better get these legs moving. Here's a house for sale. That is 35 Woodlawn. Well, 33 actually. Some gorgeous homes over on that side. And look at this. That is quite stately looking up there.
So she drove up today and she took all her work, sat in a Starbucks. Now I just talked to her. She's sitting in a pub overlooking the water, having lunch by herself.
All this to see what a $9 million home looks like, although that is quite stunning. They have a Havergal graduate living in that house. One of the most prestigious and expensive all-girls schools in the city. It's kind of the female equivalent to Upper Canada College. I think I see the house in question. That's De La Salle College straight ahead. That runs alongside Avenue Road. For a cool 8.9 something million Canadian dollars, plus closing fees. This could be yours. Again, 5+1 bed, 5 bath, 35 to 5,000 square feet. There's a detached garage in the back. That is bonkers. That is stunning. And if you're driving, how would you know what street this is coming up? I don't see any street signs. Oh, now it is east on whatever street this is. I think this is Farnham, which would actually make it the northern boundary of Summerhill. It's a very modern looking home. See if we can spot any more for sale signs. So this street is a through street. That's one of the reasons why there's a bit more traffic. This connects Avenue Road behind me to Yonge Street straight ahead. And look at this. Another church converted into a residence. Oh, that's actually a school. That would make more sense. And we're back. I was all the way south down Yonge Street when I noticed my camera had shut itself off. Perhaps it overheated. And apparently this is the spot where it happened. I guess I got a little brain dead. But we are back to Yonge Street, and just north of here, we could head up to St. Clair Station, but I'm going to head south, as mentioned earlier in the video, and finish up around the Summerhill LCBO. Well, my camera didn't shut off. It stopped recording, but it stayed on, and I guess that's why I didn't really notice it. So this is Woodlawn Avenue. So I'll cross the street here just so I don't double up on covering this side of Yonge Street in the same video. See how long this light cycle takes. 8 seconds. So I have my streaming gear on me, and I have another walk planned out. Not sure what I was thinking. It's quite hot. I'm debating going back home or recording the next one. Dental Land, free teeth whitening with new patient exam and cleaning. Dentalland.ca. I have not been to my dentist in a while. This is Summerhill Avenue, which gets interrupted at the ravine for the Yellow Creek, but it resumes on the other side in Rosedale. And there's a neat little strip on Summerhill Avenue where there's a Summerhill market and some retail stores, which is always cool to see deep into a mostly residential area. And the next street is Shaftesbury. And that is where you'll find Summerhill subway station. Here's that view again. I featured this view in a number of thumbnails before. There's the entrance to the subway stop where all that construction is. So this is an old train station. And it opened in 1916 and it closed in 1931. But it briefly opened in 1939 again, just for a visiting monarch. It's currently home to a very large LCBO liquor store. I might cut through there just to get some AC once I'm done recording this. And I think we have made it to the end, so I hope you enjoyed this walk around the Summerhill neighborhood, featuring Yonge Street and some of the residential side streets. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership in the description. There's also going to be a list of Patreon and YouTube channel member supporters coming up on the screen as soon as this video ends. I think we'll sit here and wait for the fountain to tip over, and then that'll be that. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides. I also have a Threads account, which I'm still not sure what to do with, at Johnny Strides as well. All right, this thing should almost be at its tipping point. And if you wish to say thanks another way, there is a super thanks button appearing below the video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Hit the bell for notifications, although there's videos about 6 times a week at 9 a.m. EST. And when there isn't a video, that means I'll be live streaming that morning. And we have our payoff. Hope that was worth it. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Yoink.